booktube! Today we're going to be talking about the genius of Agatha Christie. She was an amazing author who wrote 80 mystery books. They're cozy mysteries, you know, they're not bloody and gruesome, they are cozy mysteries, okay? So we focus on the investigation, you know, to find out who did it and why and how, but with no technology whatsoever, because back then we didn't have DNA tests or, you know, fingerprint records or anything like that. So that must have been interesting. So her books were bestsellers worldwide, and everyone to this day still loves and reads Agatha Christie. So I'm going to start with one of her most famous books ever, which is being adapted into a film, I think it is now. I think it's a film, not a TV series. I'm pretty sure it's a film. And it is Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, obviously. And it's about a murder that happened on the Orient Express. I'm such a genius. If you don't know, the Orient Express is a train. There you go, choo-choo. And suddenly the train stops in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, and there's snow everywhere. The train can't move, you know, either forwards or backwards, so they're stuck in the middle of this snowstorm, basically, and somebody dies. And as we follow the investigation with Hercule Poirot, this is a Poirot book, yes, I love him so much, and yes, as we follow the investigation along, we get to know the characters a little bit more, get to know the passengers of the train a little bit more, and it's amazing. The backstories of the characters are so well done, like they're so believable. It's amazing. It's just a really good book. If you haven't read any of Agatha Christie books yet and you want to get into that, I suggest you start with this one because it's a really good one. There are TV adaptations, and you know, there's a film coming out soon, and books with a whole lot of different covers. You get your pick, and yeah, it's just a really good place to start in Agatha Christie books. So yeah, Murder on the Orient Express. These are in no particular order, okay, just so you know. Right, the next book I want to talk about, which is one of my favorites as well, is And Then There Were None by the genius Agatha Christie. This book is a little bit different from her usual books. They don't have anyone investigating the murder. Like, it's not a Poirot story, it's not a Miss Marple story, it's just 10 different people who are brought together into this big mansion in the middle of nowhere. They all have different reasons to be there, but anyway, they're all there, these 10 strangers, and slowly, one by one, they start dying in very mysterious ways. I think there's a storm outside, so they can't really leave the place where they're at. I think it's an island. Anyway, I've read this quite a while ago, and I remember it being amazing. There are TV adaptations as well to it, so, you know, if you've watched a TV adaptation, and, you know, if you haven't, anyway, everyone should read this. I highly recommend this book to everyone. Yes, even if you're not a big Agatha Christie fan, this would be a good book to start as well. Murder on the Orient Express and Then There Were None. They're both really good places to start. Yes, Agatha Christie is just a genius, isn't she? Like, this is what a cozy mystery looks like. It's just great. It keeps you guessing till the very end. And if you pick up this book, I highly suggest you don't read the end before going through the whole book, because I know some people like to start a book and then skip to the very last chapter and see what happens and then read the rest of the book, which is something I don't understand. Like, why would you ruin the story for yourself? But I know, like, my granny does that. I don't know why. Anyway, don't do that with this book, okay? Because the last page it's like the whole book is building up to that, so don't go for the last page, alright? Do yourself a favor and read this book from beginning to end in the right order, alright? Okay, the next book I want to talk about is, I'm not sure there's a TV adaptation for this one. It's not as well known as the others. Well, it is well known. It's Agatha Christie. But you know, it's the ABC Murders. I actually read this when I went to Berlin in Germany last year, and I was just so into the story that I missed a lot of what was going on around me. My parents kept nudging me like, are you paying attention? Like, look where we are. But you know, this is such a gripping story. It's so good. It's about this serial killer that he's following the alphabet, basically, okay? So let me just read here. First, Mrs. Asher in Andover, then Betty Barnard in Bexhill, then Sir Carmichael Clark in Church. So he follows the letters of the alphabet until Detective Poirot picks up on that and tries to catch the killer. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm not telling you. No spoilers. But this is a great little book. It's quick. It's a quick read. Most Agatha Christie books are short, quick reads. So I'm sure you could read this in one day. And it's great. It's so interesting. And yeah, you get to see Poirot in all his glory. He's so good. I love him so much. Oh, yes. And Captain Hastings and all that. Oh, guys, read this book. Read this book. Okay, another book I want to mention here is, there is a TV adaptation for this one. And it is The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side. This is a Miss Marple mystery. This is based in St. Mary Mead, which is a little village where Miss Marple lives. And this happens very close to her house, actually. So she is in a very good position to observe the house and see what's going on. So, you know, do her own investigation, as Miss Marple always does. And it's just good. Like, it's a big mystery. It's hard to review Agatha Christie books because you don't want to give any spoilers away. You know, it's a mystery, so I won't go into that, okay? It's just a cozy mystery, and, you know, with the weather turning a little bit colder now, it's nice to read a cozy mystery. So, yes, I highly recommend any Agatha Christie book, actually. So, these are my 4 favorite Agatha Christie books. And if you haven't picked any Agatha Christie books yet, I highly recommend you do so, because the woman is amazing. And these 2 will be great places to start. They are easy to read, they are intriguing, they're gripping, they keep you guessing until the very end. Yeah, just grab an Agatha Christie book, light the fire if you have a fireplace at home, and, you know, cozy socks under the blanket with a hot chocolate or tea or coffee or whatever your beverage of choice, and, you know, enjoy being nice and warm and cozy inside with a good mystery book. And yeah, so these are my favorite Agatha Christie books, and if you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you're new here, click that subscribe button to see more videos. And if you're not new here, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you came back. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Whoops.